Hello, party people. On this blizzardy Toronto day, I just keep looking out the window and it keeps snowing. Which, to be honest, I'm down for. I like some seasonality. I like that the seasons are different. I like the summertime, and I also love a ton of snow. But anyway, snow is not the topic of today's podcast episode, though I easily could do something interesting about snow and magic, come to think of it. But no, today is not about snow. Today I feel called to talk about why are some people assholes? And so this might seem like a weird thing to talk about on a podcast that is about witchcraft, life, love, happiness, healing, and all of that. But I do think it's kind of important because all of us are going to deal with people who are assholes at some point. Maybe they will email you, maybe you'll run into them at Starbucks, or maybe your server will be super nasty, or maybe, I don't know, whatever. I don't think I need to give examples. And my co-host, one of my cats, just meowed, so she clearly agrees. I don't know if you guys heard that. So what is this about, though, right? Because I think it can be really easy to take it personally when someone is an asshole. You know, it can be really easy to snap back at somebody, and I know sometimes I definitely have snapped back at people, kind of depending. Sometimes I'm too shocked by the behavior to snap back at somebody. But I think it's important to think about, why do people do this? Why are people like this? Not in a way that excuses the behavior or, you know, makes it okay, because I don't think it's okay at the end of the day for people to be randomly assholes to strangers. Like, I think that's pretty fucked up. But what I've come to realize is I think that people are assholes when they are feeling completely out of control about their life. They feel like hopeless, and I think often helpless, like they are powerless to change their situation, whatever that happens to be. Maybe their boss is fucked up and weird, or maybe they feel unappreciated at their job. Maybe they're in the middle of a divorce. I have no idea. Like, we could make a long list of any number of reasons why someone might be having a hard time in life. But what I feel is that people who are assholes for no reason are doing it because they want to feel a semblance of control over something in their life, when the rest of their life is a whole bunch of whatever, whether that is big or small dramas that are going on that cause our imaginary asshole person to feel helpless and out of control. Acting like an asshole is a way to feel in control for a split second. They get to feel in control of something, of a situation, of how they make someone feel. And I know that no one can really make us feel anything, so that phrase is maybe not the right one to use. But I think oftentimes when someone is an asshole, they want to make someone feel bad. They want to control how that person reacts. They want control over something in their day. And oftentimes they do get that. They do get someone upset at being spoken to in a particular way, or they do get, you know, a reaction from somebody when they are an asshole in their direction. And so I think it's important to remember this when we encounter folks who are assholes, especially when it's a stranger, is it doesn't really have anything to do with us if a stranger is just being an asshole in our direction. What you did or didn't do usually doesn't matter. Usually it has no bearing on the situation whatsoever. It's just that this particular person is choosing to express their agency in that way. They want to feel sure about something. They want to feel like they can control something. And being an asshole is often a good way to get people to do what you want them to do, right? So I don't know how you have usually dealt with assholes, but, I find sometimes at a restaurant or whatever, if someone is an asshole, they usually get their way just to get the situation to end and to de-escalate. It's often easier for staff to just be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Customer's always right, whatever. And then the asshole ends up controlling the situation successfully, right? And so I think it's crucial to see this not as having anything to do with you, but having instead something to do with this person's lack of ability to self-regulate. These people are often activated by whatever. They're often overreacting to something that is really not that big of a deal. They're often refusing to compromise, even when that doesn't really make sense. They just want it their way or the highway because they want to feel in control. And I find that people who have a pretty good control over themselves, their emotions, their bodies, and good control over their life pretty much are not really assholes, generally. I haven't really seen it. Like the most well-adjusted people who are pretty chill in most situations, yeah, they might speak up when it's necessary. But those folks usually do feel in control of their lives. And oftentimes, this is the thing I think a lot of people don't realize, feeling in control or out of control of our lives is often a personal choice. It's a decision. It's a perspective that we can choose to adopt or not. But feeling out of control, choosing to feel out of control, I think it's something that people often do because they are in some way addicted to it. Or they get some kind of benefit of feeling out of control. They get an excuse for behaving like an asshole. They maybe get extra attention from their friends and family due to having so much drama to talk about. And so there are often benefits that these people get to experience from being an out of control asshole with a dramatic life and a poor ability to self-regulate and interact with other people in a respectful way. They get people bending to their will. They get to be the center of attention. And they don't actually have to look at themselves and self-reflect on, hey, why am I behaving this way? Why are my reactions so out of proportion to what actually is happening? And so we all, unfortunately, have to interact with these people at some point. It's like very annoying. But if I had any advice about it, it's not to take it personally. And I would also recommend keeping your distance from these folks whenever possible. If they're a client, fire them. I don't care if it's your most money bringing in type of client. You really don't want to deal with this type of person because generally nothing will really make them happy. They're kind of a bottomless pit because their reaction has not really got anything to do with you or what you did or didn't do or what your company did or didn't do, but everything to do with them feeling in control and them being a victim. Because someone being an asshole is usually about them being a victim underneath it all. People who are assholes usually feel victimized, whether or not they are, and oftentimes they are not. So keep that in mind, my friends. It is a bit of a wild ride dealing with these folks, but don't take it personally. Don't take it on. Don't burden yourself with these people's lack of ability to self-regulate and be like well-adjusted, normal human beings. It is not your responsibility to heal them, convince them, or coach them. Simply let them go. You can let them go with love, or you can let them go with total ambivalence, or you can let them go with like a block and a fuck you. It's totally up to you, whatever you want to do. But I would really recommend disengaging with them. An argument with these folks will not really get you anything other than a bunch of wasted time. And that in itself will give you a lot more time and energy to spend on you, on your inner peace, cultivating inner peace, self-regulating your own self, and choosing to protect your energy. There's absolutely a magic to that, right? Because if we think about many of the definitions of magic, some of the more common ones, the old school ones, involve magic being the art and the act of shifting ourselves, shifting reality in accordance with will. And what is, self-regulation but a form of magic by that definition? And so if you can cultivate inner peace no matter what storm is going on outside of you, whether it's a snowstorm or whether it's a bunch of assholes in your inbox or at your coffee shop, it means that you will have successfully done some magic in your life and on yourself. And I think that's one thing a lot of witchy folks forget, right? These simple magical acts of self-regulation, self-preservation, self-love, and self-care. So I leave you with that today, my friends. Thank you for listening. If you love this podcast, please share it with a friend. If you love this podcast, please give me a 5-star rating and write a cute little review. That would absolutely make my fucking day. I love that. And thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day or night or afternoon with me, Sabrina Scott. You can learn a bit more about me at my website, sabrinamscott.com. You can say hello on the Instagrams at sabrinamscott. And of course, you can check out my brand new clothing line at shopsabrinamscott.com. Maybe you want a really cute pink hat that says Empress, or a really cute gold hat that says Abundance Mindset. That's the most popular hat at the moment. I know I love to wear it, especially as the year is moving along. All right, friends, catch you on the flip side, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.